Good afternoon or early evening. This is Apostle Rosa Solomon, Rosa Solomon's YouTube channel. And today is October 31st, 2024. The last day of October and the last day of wickedness that this pagan Halloween day represents. And agree with me, no one dies. Because remember what the prophecy God gave me. He said, we would hear about people passing and stuff after this. But let's just pray against it, cancel it, that nobody dies, no child dies, no nothing. That people just get aware. So it's now. I came to tell you, Lord said, beginning in November and after into next year, and probably beyond, but starting this November, many people are going to become conscious. A lot of people who are asleep are going to wake up. The Lord said we're going to start seeing a lot of unity and love and people working together, a lot of healing, a lot of deliverance. People are going to discover new gifts that they had but didn't know they had, didn't realize they had. And then the gifts they do have, the spiritual gifts they do have, are going to be enhanced. And your talents that you have will be enhanced. And the talents that you didn't know you have, you will discover it. Although we got a lot of, catastrophic events coming, and some bad things coming, and, lots of people leaving this earth between now and next year. We got tsunami coming. The prophecy about Oregon came to pass. I told you I saw an earthquake there, and it happened, a 6 point something. And I also told y'all that earthquakes were going to start here and abroad. And they started abroad because God said it would start over there first, right? Also, the vision I had about Spain having a flood happen. Taiwan storm came. They had a flood. So these prophecies are coming, right? So, and it was more prophecies that came to pass too. Y'all be sending me stuff, but I can't be remembering all of them. But I came to tell y'all, starting in November and, beyond, you're going to start seeing changes in people, but of course there's going to be a resistance. Some people are going to resist this thing that God is doing. So we're going to see resistance from the enemy. For the most part, a lot of people are going to realize gifts they didn't have, talents they didn't have. And the gifts and talents you do have are going to be enhanced. A lot of people are just going to get healed out the blue. They could be on the brinks of death. The Grim Reaper or the death spirit could be coming for them. And all of a sudden, God's going to turn those deadly spirits around, and people will make miraculously recovery. People could be in a coma and come right out of a coma, about to have a heart attack. You know what I mean? Because, evil people can send you heart attacks and pneumonia and stuff like that. So we're going to see some miraculous healing. People are going to get healed. Some people are going to get the gift of healing. You're going to be able to heal. God's going to test you, put you in a position, and you're going to realize you have this gift. And it's not just the healings of laying on the hands. It's going to be healing coming from your mouth, your voice, encouragement and stuff like that. And a lot of baroots are coming, aka blessings. We're going to see these things. We've been seeing a lot of evil going on 5 years, but we've seen some good of God. But the evil has been outshining. And although we're still going to see some evil, the light is going to start outshining. And we're going to see these things that I'm telling you, mark these words, and we're going to be seeing much more from God. So be on the lookout. You may have some gifts coming out of you didn't know you had, and some talents. And also the gifts and talents you have already, God will enhance them. Those of you who have been having a hard time dreaming, remembering your dreams, it's not going to happen anymore. You're going to start remembering your dreams. The enemy's not going to be able to steal your dreams from you, like put a helmet over your head or put static in your communication channel or give you a black screen. Or how TV just statics out, these are things that's happening to people. They're messing with the pineal gland. The enemy messing with your pineal gland, your communication crown chakra, which is in the middle of your head. That's not going to be happening no more. So a lot of y'all starting it well, tomorrow's November, but a lot of y'all starting in November, December, and next year and beyond, you're going to start remembering your dreams and stuff again. And a lot of you who do dream, the Lord said, you've been having like lots of nightmares. You're like, God, where are the dreams from you? But those nightmares is what had your deliverance in it. You know what I mean? So not to say that you won't still have those kind of dreams, because God's, steadily delivering people. But, they may lessen for a lot of people. They may lessen for a lot of people, because those of you who cannot dream, it's because you're meant to dream, and the enemy don't want you to see, what he doing to you behind the scene. And then he don't want you to see, to share your prophecies or visions. And I also heard the Lord say he was going to be unclogging ears. A lot of people have been praying to God, like, why can't I hear you, Daddy? Da, 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 da. So it's not that you can't hear him. It's just that your ears have been clogged. So those of you who are meant to hear the Lord, you will hear the Lord. And then the Lord said women are going to start being more virtuous again, because the women have gotten out of hand, he said, with their Jezebelic ways of dressing. It's ridiculous, especially in the church. So a lot of women are going to start coming back to virtuous. And like the other day, me and Pat saw a young man in a nice green suit, and she said, you don't see men like that no more. And I said, you don't. But you will begin to start seeing men be more virtuous too. This is going to start happening in the month of November and beyond. Mark my words. No, mark the Lord's words. In Yeshua Jesus' name. And I believe, also, this is not financial advice, nor my guru, but don't be scared. The market is falling because Coinbase, Robinhood, and like 3 other places. So it was like 5 places, maybe more, I don't know, but 5 major crypto places. Their reports came out and they did bad in their reports. Like they did under, like I think Coinbase did under 7%, and Robinhood did under 3 or 5%, something like that. So this is why the market is falling. And I told y'all that the humans control the market. They got this bad news, they got scared, and they pull out their money. But guess what BlackRock doing? If you go check the news and the internet, BlackRock is buying up Bitcoin like nobody's business. They know Bitcoin gonna hit. It's going to try and hit 100,000 for this year's out, or the beginning of next year, and then in the next 2.5 years, it's supposed to be 1 million. Maybe one day we'll all be blessed with a Bitcoin before it hit that 1 million, right? Shoot, before it hit what, 300, 400,000? Maybe with the coins we have already, we might be blessed to be able to get 1 Bitcoin, or look, a half a Bitcoin, at least a half, right? So, don't get upset and sell your portfolio. It's not going to last long, the Lord said. And when the market starts going back up, the Lord said it's going to go up double and triple. So look at this as the last buying option. You know what I mean? And we know Trump's going to win, but whatever president would have won, the market would still go up. But when Trump gets in there, it's going to skyrocket. Skyrocket. And I already told you, his stock and his coins. Any coins or stock that has his name on it, especially that mega coin, because that mega coin has 3 zeros left, and I had it and I sold it when it was doing good, right? And now look at it. And then that other one that was like $5, I had it, but when it, was getting to the penny thing, I sold it. I'm like, man, I should have kept it. That thing was worth $5 or something. Now it's like $3 or something. It's too expensive to buy. That's, but you know what, guys? The past 4 or 5 years, let's keep it real. Last 4 or 5 years have been, hard on people financially. So when our coins start going up, we want to wait to get the big money, but it's been very hard to do that. Because if you see a couple of grand coming to you, or 5,000 or 10,000 or whatever's coming to you, some people saw 25, 30s, 100,000, you know. So when that kind of money's coming to you, even if it's just $1,000, and that money, you know, is available to you, and you know, you've been having some issues with finances, or you got big bills, or you got kids, this and that, you're gonna sell it. You know, the market hasn't been like it was 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, the market would go up every single every day, right? And you would look at your coin and you'd be like, woohoo, you know, and you would take like what, 20%, 25%, and you good, right? But in this market in the past 3 years, it's been unbearable. And many people, multitudes of people have lost their jobs. You know, they've even lost their homes. Some people almost got evicted. You got all these hurricanes, tornadoes, you know, all kinds of stuff. So I know people who was in crypto. One person had 17,000. One person had 15,000. They told me one person had 25. One person told me they had 75,000. One person told me they had 100-something thousand, and they had to use it all because of, you know, the COV that started this stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, when the market start pumping again, you know, I'm sure people will be, you know, taking some of they steak and potatoes, you know, but be smart, leave some steak and potatoes behind, you know, because, you know, I already told you they're gonna try and start. Well, you know what? When Trump get in office, that prophecy that God told me they were gonna try and do to collapse what was it? Well, it was going to be a market crash, but not real bad. But it was going to be an economic collapse that was going to be really bad. That was going to affect the market. But when Trump get in there, let's pray that it doesn't happen. And then on the news, they made a mistake, and they showed Camilla. I think she had 50-something% in swing states, and Trump had 47%. That's cheating, y'all. Everybody on the internet is saying that. How you gonna show that? You remember that judge they showed that died? And she hadn't died, but she died about a couple of months later, that Supreme Court judge. Y'all, pray. Like God said the other day. It's all over the internet. Google it. How you gonna show that? The election ain't even, finished. Boy, I tell you, that's why God said we gotta pray. Just gotta pray. Gotta pray. And I ain't saying, you know, they cheating, quote unquote. I'm just saying what I saw on the internet and on the news. They made a mistake and showed it. Camilla had 50-something. Trump had 47. All you gotta do is Google it. Plus, the videos are bombarded on here on YouTube. All right. All right. So that's what I came to tell y'all. God bless everybody. Talk to you soon. Much love. Shalom.